Welcome to my top 10 quests for rewards. What do I mean by rewards? Well, I don't mean just money, because you can also get charm, relation, loot, and you can even get renown by doing them. I know this list will be very subjective. Also, when I do consider these rewards, one of the biggest things that I will consider is time involved in doing it. Also, how difficult it is, and of course, the reward. So, without further ado, here is my top 10. Number 10, In and Out. Some people might ask, why is this even in your list? Well, what you do is you grab it, you go to the nearest town, go to the tavern, and you go sit down at the game master's table. Now, you can either play the game, which some people are really good at doing it, and you can get the full 1,000 reward, or you just talk to him, choose the middle option, pay 1,000, and you receive 800 for doing it. Why is that important to know? Because, first of all, this only took about 1 minute to do. I paid 200 dinars. I got charm, I got relation with the village, and I also got 1 renown for doing it, which is important at the beginning of the game. Would you pay 200 to get 1 renown and a bunch of relation and charm? That's why, for me, it's number 10. Number 9, train the troops. What you're going to do is you're just going to take the troops that they're going to give you, which they're almost equivalent to just tier 1s, or maybe not even as good. At the start of the game, you're going to get 5 of them. All you have to do is get them 1 level, and then you turn them in, and you get 2,400 dinars and charm and relation. At the beginning of the game, that is really amazing to do. As the game progresses, the amount that you're going to go ahead and level up and the reward is going to increase. However, you're not really going to do it, and that is why this is at number 9, is because at the beginning of the game, it is amazing to do. 2,400 at the start, especially when it can be difficult to get troops. If you're playing on realistic recruit, is awesome to do. Number 8, Art of the Trade. Another one people are going to say, why are you taking that? And it's especially good when you're in Aserai territory and you're at where their horses are. So what you're going to do is you're going to accept it. He's going to give me, as this is later in the game, he's going to give me 2 Aserai horses, so they come out to about 1,000 each. At the beginning of the game, it will be 1 of them. So you can either assign a companion to do it, or you can do it yourself. And you can either go out and sell it and get what's left over, but don't do that. Choose the top option. Pay him immediately for it. So I'm going to pay 2,000 for 2 of them. I'm going to gain charm, relation, and also you are going to gain 1 renown. You now have 2 Aserai horses, and if anybody has seen my horse trading video, you take them up into Valandia, and you can go ahead and you can get 1,500 or more for each of them. And that is good now through all towns. Tailworld has lowered the price of all goods, so you're never really going to lose money. If you have one that has grain, go to a spot where they do not sell grain and it's a little bit higher in price, and you will be able to make a little bit of profit. Not much, but you're going to get the charm, the relation, and early game, 1 free renown. Number 7, Escort Merchant Caravan. There are 2 different variations that you are going to go ahead and do. If you want to do it, you can either escort it yourself, or you can have a companion to it. At the start of the game, the very beginning, it only takes 2 days, but then it goes up to 3. If you see here, I'll be willing to pay $650 for each day the caravan is on the road. So he's saying right here, he's going to pay almost $5,000 if you let a companion do it. However, if you escort it, you are going to go escort it to different towns. They will get attacked. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to fight those battles, and you're also going to get loot, renown for the battles themselves. So either way that you do it, it is going to be simply amazing for you. And this is something that is overlooked by a lot of people. Number 6, Caravan Ambush. This is really good to do because it is so fast. This is just going to Lycaron, so it is going right up here. You need to make sure that you stay away from it. If you get too close, what will happen is that you'll get a warning. And if you get a second warning on it, you will automatically fail. So what's going to happen is you're going to see a group of big pack. There they are. They're coming straight for them. So what you can do is you can go ahead and you can wait for the attack to begin. However, what you can also do is you can attack them right away. Take the prisoners and the loot, and voila, it's complete. You never even had to wait for them. You can go ahead and attack them before they even get to the party. Just stay far enough away in a direct line. You'll eventually see them, and you gain a bunch of relation and a bunch of charm. And I gained 2,400 dinars. I also got all these prisoners, and I got all their loot. For what? Maybe a half a day's worth of work. Number 5, need horses. These you will get from a lord. When you're in a kingdom's territory, having the right horses on you at the time can be very beneficial. I am in Aserai territory, so I have some desert horses on me. So what does he want? He needs 13 desert horses. He's going to pay me 9,300 for 13 desert horses. I picked those up for about 200 each, maybe a little bit more. So I paid about 2,500 for them. He's going to give me 9,300 for those horses. He gave me 9,300. I gained charm. I gained relation. I gained renown for doing absolutely nothing but carrying some horses with me. So, carry some desert horses with you when you're in Aserai land. Carry some steppe horses with you when you're in Kuzite land. You don't need a lot. At the beginning of the game, it's only around, I think, 3, 4 or something like that. It's not very many that you need to carry, but you're always going to end up getting it right around triple your money investment by doing it and gaining all the other stuff that goes with it. Number 4, deliver the herd, especially in Aserai territory. When you do a deliver the herd, you only need to deliver at least 50%, half of them. And I say that because sometimes they can give you an odd number, like 31, you have to deliver at least 16. However, in Aserai territory, if you go to the village that has horses, they will give you the Aserai war horses. Now, none of the horse villages to the left of Asgard, these 3, will have it. However, you have 6 of them through here, all the way through Hussenfolk, and over here that can have it. So what happens is they will give you 10 horses. And they want me to go to Hubyar. Now, I already know that they sell horses there, so I don't want to go there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go stop off in Quasara, and I am going to sell off 5 of those 10 horses. Because remember, they only want half. So you can get rid of the other half. So I'm going to stop off to a place that doesn't have horses. I'm going to sell off those, and I'm going to make about 5,000 by selling them off there. About the task, he wants them. I have 5. What happened to the rest? Okay, it's better than nothing, I suppose. And I gained 11 relation with the village. So I gained 11 relation. I gained about 7,000 dinars. Now, at the beginning of the game, you can get this. And if you don't want it and you just want to fail the mission, you could sell all 10 horses for between 10 to 15,000 right at the beginning of the game. And you could have enough to buy a 300 or 3 to 400 Wool Weavery workshop in the first couple days of the game. Number 3, Extortion by Deserters. This used to be all over the place back in the day, but it is a lot harder to find. What it is really is just a mini battle. They're being extorted by troops in this territory, which it will be Imperial troops. Those troops are now going to come here and attack them. You have 2 options. You can either sit in town and wait for them to come to town and attack them in town. So just hit wait, and when they get here, there they come, they will attack. However, if you don't want to do that, you can actually leave town and attack them. They will try to run from you. However, if they touch the town, you fail. The reason why you might want to leave town is because if you fight in town, the villagers help and they will take part of the loot and the prisoners. So you sit here and wait. They show up. You do the battle. And now I'm going to get these prisoners. I'm going to get all this loot. And now when you go back to town and talk to him, you have 3 options. You can either take all the money, gain a little bit of charm and relation. You could take half the money. You can gain a decent amount of charm and relation and 1 renown. Or you can tell him to keep the money, gain a bunch of relation, a bunch of charm, and 2 renown. And now you can recruit 2 extra slots almost immediately. Extortion by Deserters, one of my favorites in the game. Number 2 and number 1 are going to be tied together. And number 2 is Bandit Base / Bounty Hunter. In villages, it's called a Bandit Base. However, in towns, it is called Bounty Hunters by the gang leaders. It's the same thing, just attacking a bandit base. We want to attack either Aserai or Kuzite bandit bases. What you're going to get out of this is some prisoners. You're going to get all of their loot, renown, charm. You get renown for the battle, and you will also get money. What you do is do a couple of those. However, what you can do is you can use troops that use blunt weapons. Tier 2, Kuzite Footmen. Tier 2, Aserai Tribesmen, which also move up into Tier 3, Aserai Footmen, that all use blunt weapons. Why? Because we want prisoners. We are going to tie this together with number 1 to make what I think is the greatest combo in the game. So what we're going to do is we are going to get a couple bandit bases, So we can get about 40 prisoners. Once we have those couple bandit bases, we will move on. So I did 2 bandit bases. I got myself 44 prisoners. I got about 4,000 dinars, a lot of charm, a lot of relation, a bunch of gear, and now we are going to couple it with number 1, Manual Laborer's Quest. We turn in bandit prisoners. Now, let me tell you, if you don't have enough and you want to take this quest and talk to him, what will happen is there is a chance that the headman, next time you talk to him, he might want to take a cut of the profits, tell you to stop, and if you don't, you could lose relation with him. Now, I know the quest can leave over time, so what I like to do is get the prisoners first, because then I can visit him. By visiting him, you do not talk to the headman. So I am going to go ahead and I am going to talk to him. And this is a little bit later in the game, so he wants 25 men. At the beginning of the game, it's only 9. Actually, he wants 36 prisoners. So I will now talk to him and give him my prisoners. Kuzite are number 1, but they are a very difficult base to do. Aserai is really easy to do, and they're just a little bit less than the Kuzite. All of the others are not really that good. So if you just want to get them quick and simple, do Aserai. But if you want the big money, then go ahead and do Kuzite. Because from what Hero has figured out, they pay big money for cavalry. We are going to hand him 44 prisoners a little bit later in the game and watch how much money we get. 24,000 for just 44 prisoners, 2 bandit bases. So when you calculate everything up from doing 2 bandit bases and turning them in, you're making approximately 40,000 dinars, a bunch of relation, a bunch of charm, and you're gaining decent renown from the battles and all the loot that comes with it. That for me is my top 10. If you like one really well, please put it down in the description so everybody could read it. It was very difficult to do because there were a couple of them, especially revenue farming, that I really wanted to put in the list, and I could have made this a top 15 list. So I hope this helped you out. Until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.